going to explain in each and every phase, in each and every step. Either we'll be working on Y or we'll be working on X. We'll try to understand the Y or we'll try to understand the X, or in some cases, we'll try to understand the relationship between X and Y. If all these things happen beautifully, solution will evolve automatically. You don't have to rely on anyone. You yourself can become the expert and you can offer a best solution, right? And let me give a simple example. Like Madam was also saying, it's a coffee, right? So let us assume Y variable is a coffee. You have hundreds of restaurants in your city, and you are the head of the operations or head of the quality. And now all of a sudden you started receiving a lot of complaints about your coffee. And now tell me, what are the X variables here? Can you help me with your X variables? A little brainstorming. What could be the X variable as far as the coffee is concerned?
Quality of the coffee powder.
Coffee powder. Very good. Thank you, Dr.
Temperature.
Oh, some temperature at which the coffee is served. That is also important. That is another X variable. Only two X variable. Milk. Quantity of milk. Sugar. Very good.
Water.
Water. Fantastic. So this is how you need to identify X variable, and this is called a process knowledge. You know what is a coffee, you know how a coffee is preferred, so you will know the X variables for all for the required Y variable, isn't it? So if you feel you lag in terms of the process knowledge, try to involve more people, particularly involve the stakeholders. This is what we call it, brainstorming. So the X variables are understood: milk, coffee powder, sugar, temperature, the kind of vessel you are using, the kind of stove you are using, the mood of the chef, everything matters. But contribution wise, there will be difference, isn't it? Right. And this is what I mean, X1, X2, and so on. And now, after going through your complaints, set of complaints, you've got 100 complaints. And now 80 of the complaints are related to the strongness of the coffee. Your Pareto principle works there. 80% of the problem comes only from 20% of the reasons, right? Or the causes. So 80% of the complaints are related to strongness of the coffee. And now tell me, which factor is critical now? There are 6 factors I have highlighted. Is it the stove, or is it the vessel, or is it something else? Of course, everything can have some impact, but which is making a major impact?
Coffee powder.
Beautiful.
The quantity, how much we are adding.
Very good. So this is how you can identify the critical factor. You need to figure out the factor which is contributing majorly to the problem. Here, the strongness is impacted badly or impacted strongly by the coffee powder. And now I want to solve the problem. How can I solve the problem? And I will better understand the problem. That is what you need to do in the define phase. And now the coffee is not strong enough. Coffee is not strong enough. And now tell me, what will be the solution to the problem? All the complaints, strongness is not sufficient. Now, what is the solution to the problem? Come on. It's an easy
We can
case.
add more powder, or we can change the company of the powder.
Okay. So, okay. So we need to add more powder. How do you say adding more powder will solve the problem? Because you know the relationship. When I add coffee powder, strongness will increase. So what is the kind of relationship your factory has got with Y? Positive relationship.
Positive.
Since you already know the relationship, because the process is very familiar to you, unknowingly you applied mathematics, unknowingly you applied the statistical relationship, unknowingly you have done a correlation analysis. You know, I keep adding the coffee powder, strongness will keep on improving. So when the relationship is known, solution evolves. Its solution is not that difficult, provided you know what is your Y, you know what is your X, you know which particular X is critical, and very importantly, this is where people go wrong. Very importantly, know the relationship of your X variable with Y variable. If you know the answer for all these questions, you become an expert. You will offer the solution. All right. So now another case. The remaining 20% of the complaint, they are all about the sweetness of the coffee. Coffee is not sweet enough. And now what is the critical factor? It is the sugar, right? And you know the relationship. By increasing the sugar, sweetness will increase. But what will happen if I put more sugar? It will become no sweeter than it is required. Similarly, with the strongness of the coffee also, I put more coffee powder, it will become more stronger. Now also I will start receiving complaint. How can you avoid this? Anybody have some idea here? How will you avoid when you think no with the kind of relationship suppose if it goes beyond certain value, then my problem will again come. Now, what will you do?
We will specify the quantity
Yes.
measurable which is required to the process.
Yes.
We will apply the formula for equality. The
No,
amount
let
of
us
coffee
be,
we
let us
have
be,
to
let us
prepare.
be very practical. Very practical. You are
We
preparing.
can take the feedback.
How? That means you want to do some experimentation. Am I right? You will prepare a coffee. You will add 8 grams, for example, 100 ml milk, like how Magesh told. You will fix 100 ml of milk and you'll put 8 gram of coffee powder, and give it to me and ask me how is the taste, how is the strongness. I will say no, still strongness is low. Now what Magesh will do? He'll put 10 grams now, another or add another 2 grams and ask me. And now also it is not sufficient. Then probably he will now put 12 grams. And now most of the customers who are consuming your coffee now are saying that coffee is fantastic. It is strong, at the same time it is tastier. Now that is your formula. That is your solution. Now you will pass on the instruction to all 100 outlets. What is your instruction? For 100 ml of milk, 100 ml of milk and 12 grams is the coffee powder. What you did some statistical analysis. This is called design of experiments. If you use experimentation to arrive on your optimized solution, that is called design of experiments. If you conduct the same experimentation only to understand the relationship, that is called hypothesis testing. If you master these two things, you will definitely be the master of everything in your company. You will be called a black belt, right? And now, because design of experiments is an intensive tool which we will be teaching you in an intensive way in the black belt level training program, but definitely you will understand the basics of it and hypothesis testing completely. But please note, not every problem requires DOE. Most of the problem we will be able to solve without even going to the DOE level, because the basic tools itself will help us solve. Hypothesis testing, correlation and regression itself, you get an idea and then you will be able to considerably reduce the problem. But last 5%, last 10% also, you don't want to compromise. And now the only way is design of experiments. You have to become a black belt to solve 100% of the problem. So similarly, in an industrial scenario, your Y can be turnaround time, Y can be lead time, Y can be compressive strength of the material you are manufacturing, maybe a steel rod or maybe a concrete block or maybe an aluminum component or maybe an engine cylinder, right? It could be the wear rate of your equipment, wear rate of your cutting tool, wear rate of anything, or it could be the efficiency of your boiler or a engine, or it could be the efficiency of a pump, or it could be an efficiency of electric motor, or it could be anything, your Y variable, right? Or it could be an office, the productivity of an office. You have got 100 offices and you wanted to improve the overall efficiency of each and every office. So these are all Y variable, right? And now what are the X variable? Here comes the problem. For coffee, the problem was very simple. All of you quickly told me the coffee powder, milk and the same thing, because all of you are expert in coffee making. You need to be an expert in what you are doing in your company. And then all those things comes. If at the same time, if there is a lag or if any difficulties you are experiencing, nothing wrong, because nobody is perfect in this world. You can always go for a brainstorming. Call all your team, like how all of you were discussing your, any important problem. Same way you discuss it in the company, automatically the X variables will pop up. And that's where you require the tools called brainstorming, you require the tools called YY analysis, you require the tool called fishbone analysis or cause and effect analysis. Use any tool. What is your goal? You wanted to figure out all the possible X. Because I want to see all the possible X so that I can find out the criticality, isn't it? So before finding out understanding the criticality, I need to understand what are my X. All right. So this is what is we called problem solving in Six Sigma. And now a quick questions, simple questions to all of you. and tell